One. Test, test. Test, test. Welcome to Westminster College as we are about to watch the Westminster Blue Jays face off against Principia College Panthers. Now for the starting lineups for the visiting Panthers, you have number 1, Raina Bryant, number 13, Elena Henson, number 23, Aaliyah Scott, number 34, Paige Fowler, and number 35, Talia Williams. Principia is coached by Ramiro Dominguez. And now for the home squad for the Westminster Blue Jays, a guard from Camdenton, Missouri, number 5, Shelby Kurtz. A guard from Syracuse, Missouri, number 12, Annette Ramirez. A guard from Lundell, Missouri, number 15, Reese Arnold. A forward from Republic, Missouri, number 31, Avelina Pauquelo. A forward from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 44, Madison Schaefer. The Blue Jays are coached by Talisha Washington. We are here at Westminster College in the historic gym in Fulton, Missouri, as we are announcing the starting lineup for the home squad for the Blue Jays. Coaches will talk to their players right before tip-off here. Jumping for the Blue Jays is number 31, Avelina Pauquelo. And jumping for Principia is number 13, Elena Henson. The Blue Jays will start off the ball with Kurtz. Kurtz passes it to Ramirez at the wing, swings it down to Schaefer at the block. She swings it up to the key to Pauquelo. Her shot's up. It's no good. And Principia will get the ball. Scott inbounds the ball to Bryant. Bryant swings it over to Williams. Williams hands it off to Scott. Scott passes it over to Williams on the corner. Her shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Williams. She goes back up for the shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Fowler, and her putback's up and good. Kurtz moving the ball up for the Blue Jays. Passes half court. In between the circles, she's guarded by Williams. She throws it down to Ramirez. Ramirez's shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Schaefer, but her putback's up, and it is good. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. Scott guarded by Arnold. She swings it over to Henson. Henson passes it to Williams. Williams passes it to Fowler. Fowler passes it to Williams. Williams swings it over to Bryant. Bryant dribbling in, tipped by Arnold, but rebounded by the Panthers. Fowler in the paint, passes it to Williams. Her shot's up, and it's good. Kurtz moving the ball up for the Blue Jays. She's talked to her teammate. She swings it over to Ramirez. Ramirez dribbling around, swings it over to Pauquelo. Pauquelo passes it over to Kurtz on the wing. Kurtz looking around, passes it to the corner to Arnold. Arnold swings it across court to Ramirez at the wing. She drives in. Her shot's up. It's no good. Tipped out of bounds by Bryant of the Panthers and will remain Blue Jays ball. Peck subs in for the Blue Jays for Pauquelo. Kurtz inbounds the ball to Arnold. Arnold near the charity stripe, but she will travel. Scott inbounds the ball to Bryant. Bryant moving up court. She is guarded by Kurtz. She's in the corner. Passes it to the corner to Fowler. Fowler down in the block. Passes it in to Henson. Henson's shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Ramirez. Ramirez pushing it to Arnold. Arnold drives in for the layup. Her shot's up, and it is good. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. She looks around. She's guarded by Arnold. She dribbles to the court line, three-point line, and swings it to Williams. Williams at the wing. Looks around. Swings it to Henson. Henson swings it to Fowler. Fowler swings it to Williams. Williams looking around, dribbling around the top of the key. She swings it to Scott. Scott driving into the paint. Her shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Peck. And Fowler will foul. Subs coming in for the Panthers. Number 24, Lydia Clutho. Kurtz passing half court for the Blue Jays. She passes it to Ramirez. Ramirez looking around, passes it to the key to Schaefer. Schaefer drops it down low, tries putting it down low to Peck, but Peck couldn't get a hold of it, and it goes out of bounds and will be Principia's ball. Scott inbounding the ball to Bryant, who throws it back to Scott. Scott guarded by Arnold. She swings it over to Bryant. Bryant will travel, is what the call will be, and the Blue Jays will get the ball. Paquelo subbing in for Schaefer as Kurtz is to inbound the ball to Arnold, who gives it right back to Kurtz. Kurtz calling the play out to her teammates. She's in between the circles. She passes it down to Arnold, who couldn't get a hold of it as it reaches the out of her arm's length. So Principia will get the ball. Bryant inbounding the ball to Scott. Scott moving up the court for the Panthers. Arnold guarding. She will pass it to Fowler. Fowler going to drive in. Passes it to, I couldn't see who it was, but Bryant's shot will be up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Clutho, whose shot will be no good, but will get the foul. We got subs coming in. Abby Reese subs in for the Blue Jays. And it looks like number 3, Carolina Rojas subbed in as Principia went up for a layup. That would be number 24, Lydia Clutho. Kurtz moving the ball up for the Blue Jays. She's looking around, passes it over to Ramirez on the wing. Ramirez passes it down to Kurtz, but will be tipped off of Clutho. And it will remain the Blue Jays ball. Kurtz inbounding the ball. She inbounds it to Arnold at the wing. Arnold tries to drive in, but passes it to the corner to Kurtz. Her three-point shot's up, and it is good. Scott moving the ball up for Principia. She is guarded by Arnold. Arnold passes it to Clutho. Clutho looks around, passes it to Rather. Rather passes it to Rojas. To Rutho. Intercepted by Arnold. Arnold pushes the ball, but is tipped by Rojas. Rojas passes it out to Scott, who passes it to Clutho, and her shot's up and good. Arnold moving the ball up for the Blue Jays. She's looking around, trying to talk to her teammates. She looks past. She passes it to Paquelo. Paquelo drives into the paint, but tries to pass it to Kurtz. Kurtz saves the ball, passes it to Reese. Reese passes it to Arnold. Arnold's pass was tipped, and Scott will regain the ball for the Panthers. She dribbles in to the charity stripe. She looks around, passes it to Fowler. Fowler jumps it into Clutho. Clutho, her shot's up, no good, but will get a foul on Reese. Lockhart and Corey Reese will sub in for the Blue Jays, and Bryant and Henson will sub in for the Panthers. Clutho's first shot's up and is no good. Her second shot's up and it is good. Kurtz moving the ball up for the Blue Jays. She's talking, dribbling around, trying to find somebody. She passes it to Corey Reese. Corey passes it to Lockhart, who tries to swing it down to Pauquelo, but will get a foul and will remain their Blue Jays ball. Bass subs in for the Blue Jays. Corey Reese talking to her teammates. She swings it up to Arnold. Arnold looking around. She dribbles and hands it off to Bass. Bass's three-point shot's up, and it is no good. Rebounded. Oh, but as she falls, they will call a travel. And the person that got the rebound was Rather. Williams to sub in for Rather. Corey looking for a pass. She swings it over to Arnold. Arnold swings it down to Pauquelo. Her shot's up and off the glass it is for Pauquelo. Bryant moving the ball up for the Blue Jay, or for the Panthers. Williams holding the ball, hands it off to Bryant. Bryant swings it over to Henson. Henson driving into the paint. Her shot's up and no good, but she will get the foul, and she will head up to the charity stripes. Scott is the sub-in for Rojas for the Panthers. Henson going up for her free throw shots. Her first shot's up and is good. Her second shot's up and is no good. Rebounded by Lockhart. Lockhart hands the ball off to Arnold. Arnold looking around. She swings it over to Corey Reese. Reese looking around. She bounces it to Lockhart. Bounce off Lockhart. Picked up back by Reese to Lockhart. Swings it to Bass. Bass swings it over to Reese. Corey Reese's shot's up. It's no good. And we got a little bit of a scramble going on here. Where are they gonna? They're gonna call jump ball and will be Principia's ball. Schaefer is the shove in for Lockhart. Bryant will swing it over to Scott. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. She is guarded by Bass. She passes it over to Clutho. Clutho dribbling around, hands it off to Bryant. Bryant went to drive in but lost the ball. Picked up by Scott. Scott swinging it over to Henson. Henson swings it to the corner to Williams. Williams dribbling up to the key. She swings it over to Bryant on the wing. She throws it down to Clulithba, who swings it back out to Williams. Her shot's up and no good. Rebounded by Pauquelo. She swings it over to Bass, who swings it up court to Reese. That's Corey. Passes it to Pauquelo, who swings it over to Arnold on the corner. She swings. Her shot's up. It's no good, but tipped off of Clutho, and it will be Blue Jays ball. Olivia Hickson will sub in for the Blue Jays, and I believe Fowler will also sub in for the Panthers. Hickson looks around. She passes it to Bass. Bass's three-point shot's up. It's no good, but rebounded by Hickson. Hickson looks around. She swings it over to Bass. Bass passes it to Pauquelo. Pauquelo drives in. Her shot's up and no good, but I think she gets the fouls and will go to the charity stripe, and she will. 9-10 our score. Panthers up with 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Pau Coelho's first shot's up and it is no good. Pau Coelho's second shot is up and is good. Number 10, Rather will sub in for the Panthers for Fowler. Bryant passes it over to Scott. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. She passes half court. She looks around and bounce passes it to Henson, who passes it to Rather. Rather swings it down to Henson, but she goes up for the shot and gets hit by Pau Coelho's, who they're calling the penalty on. And subbing in for Pau Coelho will be Peck. Rodriguez looks like she's about to sub in, but Henson's first shot's up and it is good. Henson's second shot's up and is good. Rodriguez subbing in for Corey Reese. So on the floor for the Blue Jays, you have Hickson, Rodriguez, Bass, Schaefer, and Peck. And for the Panthers, you have Bryant, Rather, Schaefer at the block, swings out to Rodriguez, who passes it to Bass. Bass's three-point shot's up. No good. Rebounded by Peck, but we'll get, what are they calling on that? I didn't see the foul. And sorry, to finish up who is on the court for the Panthers, you have Bryant, Scott, Rather, Clutho, and Henson. Scott's first shot's up and is no good. Her second shot will go up and is good. Rodriguez moving the ball up for the Blue Jays. Will talk to her teammates, looking, passes it to Hickson. Hickson looking around, swings it to Peck. Peck, who drops it down to Schaefer. Schaefer's shot's up, it's no good. Rebounded by Bryant. Bryant moving the ball up for the Panthers. She tries to look around. She decides she's going to slow things down, but there will be a penalty. And they're calling a penalty on Schaefer. Abby Reese subbing in for the Blue Jays for Schaefer, as Bryant is at the charity stripes for her two shots. Her first shot's up and good. 14-10 our score here in the first quarter with 1 minute and 36 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Her second shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Peck. Peck passes it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez talking to her teammates, looking for somebody to pass it to, as Bryant's putting pressure. Swings it over to Hickson. Hickson in between the circles, looking around. She tries to dribble in, but passes it out to Bass. Bass moving the ball at the top of the key. She swings it over to Hickson. Hickson's three-point shot's up. It's no good, but rebounded by Rodriguez. Swings over to Bass. Her three-point shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Peck. Peck shots up and is good. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. She swings it over to Clutho. Clutho's three-point shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Peck. Peck swings it over to Bass. Bass trying to get a hand on the ball, swings it up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez moving across half court for the Blue Jays, swings it over to Reese. That is Abby. Bass dribbles in, passes it out to Hickson. Hickson's three-point shot's up, and it is good. Rather to inbound the ball to Bryant. Bryant moving their ball up for the Panthers. 20 seconds left on the clock. She's looking around. She swings it over to Henson passes it down to Rather. Rather swings it all down to the block to Henson. Henson shots up and is good. Rodriguez swings up to Bass. Bass pushes it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez pops a shot and is no good. Rebounded by Rather. And that is the end of the quarter. 16-15 your score. Panthers up at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back for the second quarter. We are here to start the second quarter here at Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri in the historic gym, as the Blue Jays will be given the ball. On the floor for the Blue Jays, you have Arnold, Kurtz, Ramirez, Schaefer, and Pauquelo. And for the Panthers, you have Williams, Scott, Henson, Rather, and Bryant. Rather steals the ball from the Blue Jays, who swings it to Scott. Scott moves around, and her shot's no good. Ramirez moving the ball up, swings it to Kurtz. Kurtz looking around. She swings it up, she swings it to Ramirez. Ramirez pushes it back to Kurtz. Kurtz drives in. Her pop shot's up and no good. Bryant having the hold of the ball for the for the Panthers. Swings it to Scott. Scott swings it across court to Henson. Henson bounce passes it to the block to Williams, who shots up and good. Kurtz moving the ball for the Blue Jays. Kurtz, talking to her teammates, hands the ball off to Ramirez. Ramirez passes it to Arnold on the key. She swings it over to Pauquelo. Pauquelo on the wing. She drives in, swings it to Ramirez on the wing. Her shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Kurtz. Kurtz drives in. Her putback's up and good. Williams inbounds the ball to Bryant. Bryant getting the call from coach as she passes half court. She swings it over to Scott. Scott on the wing swings it down to the corner to Williams, who passes it right back to Scott. Swings it across court to Bryant, who passes to the block to Williams, who shots up and no good, but rebounded by Rather. That was tipped by Arnold of the Blue Jays, who bounce passes it to Williams at the block, and her shot's up and good. Arnold passes it to Kurtz. Kurtz just passing half court. Looks around, passes to Pauquelo. Pauquelo looking around. She dribbles in. She swings out to Arnold. Arnold's three-point shot's up and is no good. Rebounded by Rather. Rather passes it out to Bryant. Bryant dribbling up court. She drives all the way in. Her shot's up, no good. Rebounded by Henson. But Henson's shot's up and no good. Hickson comes in for the Blue Jays. Rojas and Fowler sub in for the Panthers. Rojas looking to pass it into Fowler. Fowler went in for a shot. Her shot's up and no good, but will go out of bounds. Waiting on official to hand the ball off to Rojas. Williams passes it to Scott. And there will be a travel call on the floor on the Panthers. Blue Jays will get the ball 20-17 our score here with 7 minutes and 42 seconds left in the second quarter. Kurtz leading the Blue Jays up the court. Passes it to Hickson. Hickson went to dribble around, passes it to Pauquelo. Pauquelo shots up. It's no good. Rebounded by Kurtz. Kurtz passes it out to Arnold. Arnold shots up. It's no good. Rebounded by Schaefer. Schaefer putbacks up and is no good, but she will get the foul and she'll get 2 shots at the charity stripe. Abby Reese subbing in for Pauquelo. Schaefer, her first shot's up and is no good. Schaefer's second shot's up and it is good. Scott moving the ball for the Panthers. She swings it over to Henson. Henson at the wing, hands it off to Rojas. Rojas passes it out to Williams. Williams swings it over to Fowler. Fowler dribbling it up the key to Scott. She passes it to Rojas. Rojas' 3-point shot's up and good. Arnold moving the ball, swings it over to Kurtz. Kurtz calling the play for the Blue Jays. She looks around. She swings it over to Hickson. Hickson looking, dribbling around the wing. She throws it over to Abby Reese. Her shot's up and no good. Rebounded by Scott. Scott being guarded by Arnold, who swings it over to Rojas, who swings it over to Williams. Williams passes it to the corner to Fowler. Fowler looking around, hands it off to Rojas. Rojas' pop jump shots up and no good. But there will be a penalty on the Panthers, and I didn't get the penalty. As well, Lockard will sub in for Schaefer, and Clutho will sub in for Fowler. Kurtz moving the ball up. She looks around, passes it to Hickson. Hickson decides to drive in, but she passes it right back to Lockard, who couldn't get a handle on it. And what is the penalty? The penalty on Arnold, as Corey Reese will sub in. So we have Abby and Corey Reese. So I will call them by their first names while both of them are on the court. Bryant pushing the ball up for the Panthers. Swing. She's looking around between the circles. She swings it over to Rojas. Rojas swings it over, passes it to Clutho. Clutho swings it over to back to Rojas, who passes it to Clutho. Clutho swings it over to Bryant. Bryant swings it to the corner to Henson, but Henson's shot will bounce off the rim and go over the box. Kurtz moving up over the backboard, sorry. Passes it to Kurtz. Kurtz swings over to Lockard. Lockard passes it to Abby. Abby swings it down to Corey. Corey looks around, swings it to Arnold. Arnold swings it to Abby, who shot to Lockard. Lockard shots up and no good. Rebounded by Bryant. Bryant swings over to Rojas. Rojas calling the play for the Panthers. She looks around. She picked the ball up. She's got to pass it somebody. She passes it to Bryant. Bryant pass is intercepted by Lockard, who swings it to Arnold. Arnold pushing the court, passes it to Abby. Abby went to drive in. I don't know what's going on. The Panthers. All right, so Arnold, all the refs are having a little discussion here. 23-18 our score here with 4 minutes and 52 seconds left in the second quarter. The refs are talking over something. Let's give you some first quarter stats for the Principia Panthers. They were 41.7% from the field, as compared to Westminster, who was 33.3% from the field. Looks like we got everything settled here. So Arnold to inbound the ball. She's looking around. She inbounds it to Kurtz. Kurtz swings it out to Corey. Corey looking around, passes it to Abby. Abby swings it to Lockard. Lockard shots up. It's no good. Rebounded by Lockard. Well, kind of. It was rebounded by Lockard at first, then Hinton went in to grab for it, and they called a jump ball. But it wasn't a jump ball. Looks like we had a lot of substitutions in on the court, so we have Corey and Abby Reese, Peck, Ramirez, and Arnold for the Blue Jays. Bryant moving the ball up for the Panthers. She drives in, her layup's up and no good. Rebounded by Corey, who passes, or by Abby. Abby swings it over to Arnold. Arnold swings it to Corey. Corey swings it to Ramirez. Ramirez looking around. She's dribbling around, trying to find somebody to give her a screen. But she is dribbling around. She swings it up to Abby. Abby's three-point shot's up and no good. Rebounded by the Panthers. Bryant moving the ball up for the Panthers, who swings it up court to Rojas. Rojas looking around, dribbling around at the top of the key. She's picked off by Corey Reese, but they're going to call a jump ball, and it will be in the Blue Jays' favor. Kurtz subs in for the Blue Jays, and Rather and Clutho sub in for the Panthers. Kurtz moving the ball up for the Blue Jays. She swings it over to Peck. Kurtz drives in for the layup, and it is good. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. She's running up court. Oh, she's going to drive all the way in. Her layup's up and no good. Rebounded by Peck. Peck swings it to Kurtz, who is Bryant gets the penalty with the blocking foul on Bryant. So Kurtz to inbound the ball to Ramirez. Ramirez passes it to Corey. Corey drives in. Her shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Henson, who's Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers, who swings it to Bryant. Bryant looking around, passes it to Clutho. Clutho swings it to Henson, who passes it to Bryant at the charity stripe. Her shot's up, no good. And what is going on? I'm going to say out of bounds on the Panthers. Kurtz inbounds the ball to Ramirez, who hands it right back to Kurtz. Kurtz pushing the ball up for the Blue Jays. Kurtz dribbling around. She drives all the way in. Her shot's up and good. Scott moving the ball, passing half court, looks around. It looks like Coach Dominguez wants a timeout, and it will be a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. We are back here at Westminster College. 23-22 our score. Panthers up with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in the second quarter. Panthers have the ball. For the Blue Jays, you have Corey and Abby Reese, Pau, Coelho, Kurtz, and Ramirez. Panthers, you have Henson, Bryant, Scott, Clutho, and Rather. Scott dribbling the ball for the Panthers. She hands it off to Clutho. Clutho passes it right to Bryant. Bryant bounce passes it to Rather trying to dribble in, swings it to the corner to Henson. Henson shots up. It's no good. Rebounded by Ramirez. Ramirez swings it to Kurtz. Kurtz looks like she's going to drive it all the way in. Her shot's up is no good. Rebounded by Abby. Abby's shot's up and good. Scott dribbling the ball past half court line for the Panthers. She swings it over to Clutho. Clutho looking around, swings it to Rather. Rather swings it cross court to Henson, who hands it off to Scott. Scott with dribble in. She short passes it over to Henson, who shots up and good. Kurtz moving the ball for the Blue Jays. Kurtz talking to her teammates. She swings over to Ramirez. Ramirez passes it to Corey. Corey passes it into the paint to Palquelo. She swings out to Abby, who swings it to Kurtz. Kurtz shots up, no good. Rebounded by Corey. Corey swings it back out to the top of the key to Ramirez, who swings it to Abby, but she bounce passes it to Palquelo, but Panthers will get the ball. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but Scott moving the ball for the Panthers. She's dribbling around. She's at the charity stripe. She swings, passes it. She swings it to Williams, who drives in, but stolen by Palquelo. Palquelo driving it up the court, and will be the Blue Jays ball. And Coach Washington thinks that there should have been a penalty there. Arnold is going to sub in for Ramirez. Kurtz to inbound the ball for the Blue Jays. She inbounds it to Arnold. Arnold at the wing. She swings it to Abby on the. Abby passes it down in the paint to Palquelo, who shots up and good. Scott looking for the call for the Panthers as she moves it up court. She's guarded by Arnold. Scott swings it to Williams. Williams passes to Rather, whose bounce pass was failed to get it to her teammate and stolen by Arnold. Arnold swings it to Abby, who swings it to Corey. Corey's shots up and is good. Scott pushing the ball up for the Panthers. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter, or in the second quarter, as Henson couldn't get a handle on the ball and goes out of bounds and will be Blue Jays ball. Trying to get the call in for the Blue Jays. Kurtz pushing the ball for the Blue Jays. She's talking to her teammates. She swings it over to Abby. Abby up top swings it over to Arnold. Arnold swings it over to Corey. Corey looking around. I think they're going to play as a passing game here, as Palquelo went to drive in but gets fouled, and she will go to the charity stripe. Palquelo will get 2 shots. 29-25 our score. Blue Jays up with 1.5 seconds left in the half. Palquelo's first shot's up and is nothing but net. Palquelo. Her second shot's up and is no good, but rebounded by Kurtz. Kurtz's shot's up and it is good. (31-25) our score here. Blue Jays up at the end of the first half. We'll be back for the second half. Welcome back to Westminster College here in Fulton, Missouri, in the historic gym, as we have the Westminster Blue Jays taking on the Principia Panthers. Little halftime stats for you. In the first half, Principia, who has 25 points, was 36% from the field, 33% from the three-point arc, and 60% from the free throw line. For the Westminster Blue Jays, they have 32 points on the scoreboard, and their percentage on the field is 36%, 20% at the three-point line, and 50% at the free throw line. We are about to get started here in Fulton as we are going to begin the second half of this women's action basketball game. We are just waiting for the girls to get on the court. For the Panthers, we have Fowler, Williams, Bryant, Henson, and Scott starting the second half for the Panthers. And for the Blue Jays, we have Schaefer, Palquelo, Corey Reese, Arnold, and Kurtz. The Panthers will start off the ball for the second half as Scott will get the handles on the ball as she crosses half-court line. She looks around, dribbles up at the half-court line. She bounce passes it to Bryant. Bryant looking around, who was going to swing it, but she swings it over to Williams. Williams passes it back to Bryant. Bryant bounce passes it to Henson at the wing. Henson looking around, swings, passes it to Scott on the key, who swings it over to Williams on the wing. She passes it to Scott, but her shot's up and no good. Schaefer for the rebound. She overhead passes it to Kurtz. Kurtz past the half-court line, passes it to Reese. Reese looking around, trying to find somebody to pass it to. She throws it over to Palquelo, who bounce passes it to Schaefer. Schaefer dribbling in. Her shot's up and is good. She will go to the charity stripe and looking for the and one on the play. We have Clutho subbing in for the Panthers for Fowler as Schaefer goes up for her first shot, or her shot. She misses, but rebounded by Palquelo. But she will get a double dribble, and it will be Panthers ball. Bryant having the handles for Panthers. She swings it up court to Clutho. Clutho swings it over to Williams at the line as she passes it back up to Bryant. She dribbles around. She swings it over to Henson, who passes it to the charity stripe to Williams, whose shot's up and good. Kurtz calling the play for the Blue Jays. She swings it over to Corey Reese. Reese looking around, passes to Palquelo at the charity stripe. Palquelo swings it over to Arnold at the top of the key. Her shot's no good, but rebounded by Schaefer. Schaefer's shot's up, no good. Rebounded by Clutho. Clutho passes it to Scott. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. She's dribbling around, trying to find somebody. She swings it over to Williams. Her shot's up, no good. Rebounded by Kurtz. Kurtz dribbling the ball up for the Blue Jays. She passes half court. She's calling the play, swings it over to Reese. Reese looking around. She swings it over to Palquelo. Palquelo trip, but passes it to Reese. Reese swings it over to Arnold. Arnold goes to drive in, and there will be a penalty. And the penalty will be on Williams for the Panthers as Kurtz will inbound the ball. Rather subs in for Williams. Kurtz to inbound the ball. She passes it up to, or inbounds it to Arnold at the charity stripe. but Arnold will travel as she tried passing it down to Schaefer, but the ref will call a travel. Bryant has the handles on the ball, who swings it over to Scott. Scott, guarded by Arnold. Heavier package by the Blue Jays. Swings it over to Henson. Henson, look around, swings it to Scott. Scott looking for a pass, throws it cross court to Rather. Rather hands it off to Henson. Henson swings it up to Bryant. Bryant, guarded by Kurtz. She goes to drive in. Bryant shots up, no good. Rebounded by Arnold. Arnold pushing up court for the Blue Jays. She swings it to Reese. That's Corey. Her three-point shot's up and good. Bryant handling the ball for the Panthers. Oh, Rather wasn't ready for that pass as she got a handle on it, but passes it up to Clutho. Blue Jays with a heavy defense as she hands it off to Rather. Rather dribbling around, and there will be a carrying penalty on the Panthers. Fowler will sub in for Rather. Blue Jays will have the ball. Kurtz inbounds the ball to Arnold, who bounce passes it right back to Kurtz. Kurtz dribbling the ball up for the Blue Jays. She looks around, calling the play. She bounces it down, or she throws it up to Corey Reese, and her layup's up and good. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. She's dribbling around, pressured by Arnold. Henson tried to jump in, but passes it to Clutho. Clutho passes it to the wing to Fowler, but her pass to Henson got jumbled up and will go out of bounds on the Blue Jays. We have Bass and Rather subbing in. Bass is subbing in for Corey Reese for the Blue Jays, and Rather subbing in for Clutho of the Panthers. Bryant has the ball. She goes to drive into the paint. Her shot's up, no good. Palquelo for the rebound. Hands it off to Kurtz. Kurtz driving the ball up for the Blue Jays. Hands it off to Arnold. Arnold's shot is up and good, but it's only 2 points. Bryant moving the ball up for Principia. Timeout on the court. 30-second timeout. 41-27 our score here in the third quarter with 6 minutes and 7 seconds left. We'll be right back after this timeout. We are back here out of the timeout. Blue Jays up 41-27 here in the third quarter as the Panthers have the ball. Henson having the handles on the ball for the Panthers. She looks around, dribbling at the wing. She hands it off to Scott. Scott dribbling the baseline. She passes it back out to Henson. Henson's 2-point shot was no good. Rebounded by Henson, who throws it out to Scott. Scott throws it out, but Bryant's pass was intercepted by Kurtz. Kurtz's layup's up and is good. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers, guarded by Arnold. She wants to drive in all the way. Her shot's up and good. Arnold to drive the ball up for the Blue Jays. She passes it over to Bass. Bass drops it low to Palquelo, who bounces off her foot and picked up by Rather, who hands it off to Bryant. Bryant throws it across court to Fowler. Fowler drives in, but her shot's up and no good. Rebounded by Scott. Scott wants the ball shot. Her shot's no good. Rebounded by Henson. Henson passes it out to Rather. Rather swings it across court to Scott. Scott throws it down court to Henson. Henson's shot's up and good. Kurtz inbounds the ball to Arnold, who bounce passes it right back to Kurtz. Kurtz dribbling the ball up for the Blue Jays. She's looking around, wanting to pass it. She passes to Pau Coelho at the charity stripe. She hands it off to Bass. Bass went to drive in, but she passes it back out to Peck. Peck swings it over to Arnold, who swings it over to Pau Coelho. Pau Coelho drives in. Her shot's up, and it is good. Bryant having the handles on the ball for the Panthers. She swings it over to Henson, who swings it over to Fowler, who tries to throw it into Henson, but tipped by Pau Coelho, who steals it and sends it over to Kurtz. Kurtz passing the half-court line for the Blue Jays. She swings it over to Bass. Bass looking around, swings it to Peck on the key. Peck bounce passes it to Kurtz. Kurtz looking around, she swings it to the key to Bass. Bass's three-point shot's up, and it is good. 48-31 our score here in the third quarter. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left as the Panthers are trying to get their play situated. Fowler at the wing. She tries to dribble in. She swings it out to Henson. Henson wants to drive in. Stolen by Pau Coelho. Pau Coelho moves down the court. She wants to slow things down. It looks like she swings over to Arnold. Arnold wants to drive in, but will have a foul. We have a huge substitution, mass substitution. Hickson, Lockhart, Rodriguez, and Abby Reese subbing in for the Blue Jays. Kutho, Scott, and Williams subbing in for the Panthers. 48-31 our score here in the third quarter with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Hickson has the ball for the Blue Jays. She wants to drive in. It's stolen by Scott, but handed off to Henson, who passes it right over to Williams. Williams at the wing. She swings over to Henson. Henson wants a three-pointer, and she got it. Rodriguez moving the ball up for the Blue Jays. She swings it over to Hickson. Hickson wants a three. Hickson gets the three. Henson passes it over to Scott. Scott dribbling it past half court for the Panthers. She swings it over to Clutho. Clutho looking for somebody to pass it to. She throws it over to Rojas. Rojas swings it over to Williams. Williams at the top of the key, looking around, hands it off to Clutho. Clutho wants to dribble it. She throws it over to Rojas. Rojas at the key. She's looking for somebody to pass it to. She bounce passes it to Scott. Scott has to drive in, but Henson shots up. I don't know what the penalty was. Kerrigan Lockhart on the stop for the Blue Jays, and they will give it the shot clock violation, I believe. Bryant to sub in for Scott. Coach Dominguez does not like the call there, as he thinks that should have been a shooting foul, but Rodriguez will move the court up for the Blue Jays. She looks around. She passes it to Lockhart. Lockhart at the top of the key. She looks around. She one dribbles it to Bass. Bass passes it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez wants a three. Rebounded by Lockhart. Lockhart looking around. Bass passes it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez passes it to Bass. Bass fakes shots, but she moved a foot, and she will get the traveling call. Rojas moving the ball up for the Panthers. She's guarded by Rodriguez. Rodriguez guarding her. Rojas passes it to Clutho. Clutho throws it down to Henson, who shots up and good. Rodriguez moving the ball, passes it to Bass. Bass dribbling around, swings it across court to Hickson. Hickson wants to drive in. Her shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Rojas. Rojas picks up her dribble and passes it to Bryant. Bryant crossing half court. Oh, the ref wants a timeout. (51-36) our score here in the third quarter with 1:37 seconds left in the third quarter, as we have a substitution. Fowler and Rather sub in for Henson and Williams of the Panthers. Blue Jays will take a timeout, and it is a 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back. We are back here out of the timeout. 51-36 our score here in the third quarter with a minute 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Panthers have the ball. Clutho inbounding the ball for the Panthers. She's looking for somebody to pass it to. She tries to pass it in, but Lockhart steals it. She hands it off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez crossing half court for the Blue Jays. She swings it over to Hickson. Hickson on the wing. Throws it down court to Lockhart. Lockhart wanted a shot, but it was fouled, and she will go to the charity stripe for 2. The penalty was on Bryant for the Panthers, as Lockhart will get her 2 shots at the charity stripe. Lockhart going up for her first shot, is up and is good. (52-36) our score here in the third quarter. Lockhart goes up for her second shot. It's up and good. Rojas moving up the ball up for the Panthers. She crosses half court in between the circles. She looks around. She passes it to Clutho. Clutho swings it down to Bryant. Bryant in the paint. Her shot's up, no good, but she will get the penalty, or the foul. The foul, sorry. And she will go to the charity stripe. Bryant's first shot's up and no good. Bryant, her second shot's up and is no good. Rebound. Oh, there was no rebound, but it will go out of bounds on Fowler. Abby Reese to inbound the ball. She inbounds it to Rodriguez, who passes it right back to Reese. Reese moving up the court for the Blue Jays. She passes it to Hickson. Hickson swings it to Bass. Bass at the key, swings it to Reese on the wing, who swings it to Hickson in the corner. Her three-point shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Rather. And what was the penalty? I didn't catch that penalty, but it will be Panthers ball. And Rojas will inbound the ball to Clutho. Clutho at the wing, swings it to Rojas. Rojas up at in between the passes it to Rather. Rather's pass to Clutho, and her shot was no good, but Hickson moving the ball up for the Blue Jays, and she will swing it over to Bass. Bass bounce passes to Locker, but Locker will go for the shot, but no good, but she will go to the charity stripe for 2. 53-36 our score here in the third period with 29 seconds left. Scott to sub in for the Panthers. She will sub in for Bryant. Lockard, her first shot's up and is no good. Kerrigan going up for her second shot is good. Scott has the handles on the ball for the Panthers. She crosses half court in between the circles. She looks around. She hands it off to Rather. Rather looking around. She picked up her dribble. She swings it over back to Scott. Scott looking around. Bounce passes it to Clutho. Clutho dribbling in. Her shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Lockard. Lockard hands the ball off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez moving the court for the Blue Jays, who swings over to Hickson. Hickson wanted a 3, but no. So Rodriguez shot the 3, and it was no good. But that will be the end of the quarter. 54-36 our score here at the end of the third quarter. We will be right back after we'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Westminster College as the Blue Jays will get the ball. For the Blue Jays, we have Arnold, Kurtz, Ramirez, Akerson, and Schaefer in. And for the Panthers, it is Williams, Bryant, Fowler, Scott, and Henson. Kurtz has the basketball. She swings it over to Akerson. Akerson swings it to Arnold, who bounce passes it to Schaefer. Schaefer throws it to Kurtz, who swings it over to Ramirez, who swings over to Akerson. Back to Ramirez. Her three-point shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Schaefer. Schaefer's shot's up, and it is no good, but she will go to the charity stripe for 2. Schaefer going to the free throw line. 54-36 our score here at the start of the fourth quarter. As Madison Schaefer is at the free throw line for the Blue Jays for her 2 shots. Her first shot's up, and it is good. Schaefer going up for her second shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Scott. Scott having the ball for the Panthers. She passes half court. Looking around, she hands it off to Bryant. Bryant wants to drive in. She hands it off to Henson, who passes it right to Williams. Williams shots up and is good. She will go to the free throw line to convert the and one. She will get 1 shot here. Williams at the free throw line. Her shot's up and is nothing but net. Akerson inbounds the ball to Kurtz. Kurtz moving the ball up for the Blue Jays. She's in between the circles. She throws it over to Akerson. Akerson looking around. She hands it off to Ramirez, who swings it up to Arnold, who swings it right back to Akerson. Her three-point shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Arnold. Arnold's layup's up and good. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. She bounce passes it to Fowler, who swings it right up to Williams. Williams shots up. It's no good. Fowler tries to rebound it, but it will go out of bounds and will be Blue Jays ball. Hickson subbing in for the Blue Jays for Akerson. Kurtz moving the ball up. She's walking in between the circles, hands it right off to Hickson. Hickson tried to get it to Schaefer, but her pass was intercepted by Henson. Bryant driving the ball for the Panthers. Her shot was no good. Hickson has the ball for the Blue Jays, but she will slow down and let her teammates get across as she swings over to Kurtz cross court, who throws it right down to Arnold at the corner. But Arnold's shot is no good, but she will go to the charity stripe for 2. 57-39 is our score here in the fourth quarter. 8 minutes and 18 seconds left in the ball game. Her first shot's up, and it is nothing but net. Arnold going up for her second shot. Her second shot's up and is good. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. She's looking around in the top corner, and she will bounce passes it to Fowler. Fowler in the paint. Her shot's up and is no good. Rebounded by Hickson, who will pass it to Kurtz. Kurtz moving the ball up. She looks around. She throws it cross court to Arnold, who she went in. Her shot's up and no good. Schaefer wanted a shot. Her shot's up, no good. Rebounded by Fowler. Fowler about picked off by Arnold. Swings it to Bryant, though. Bryant throws it down the court to Williams, who throws it right out, back out to Bryant. And Coach Dominguez wants a timeout, and he wants a full timeout. We'll be back right after the timeout. We are back 59-39 our score here with 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in the ball game. Panthers have the ball. Henson to inbound the ball for the Panthers. She inbounds it to Fowler. Fowler in the corner, guarded by Hickson. Fowler looking around, has to pass it to somebody, but Schaefer will block the pass, and it will go out of bounds. Bryant to inbound the ball. She will inbound it. She's looking around. She bounce passes it to Henson, but bounced off her shins, and Fowler picked it up, but the ref says that she traveled, and it will be the Blue Jays ball. Arnold to inbound the ball. She inbounds it to Ramirez. She throws it over to Arnold. Full court pressure by the Panthers. She swings up to Hickson. Hickson trying to dribble around, throws it to Ramirez. Ramirez in between the circles, looking around, trying to find somebody. She wants to drive in. Her shot's up and good. Bryant moving the ball out for the Panthers. She swings it over to Fowler. Fowler at the wing. She wants to drive in. She's at the baseline. She is now at the block. She swings it back up to Henson, who swings it over to Bryant. Bryant in between the circles. She wants to drive in, and her shot's up and no good. Kurtz dribbling it past half court. She swings it over to Ramirez. Ramirez looking around. She wants another shot. Her shot's up and no good. Rebounded by Schaefer, though. Schaefer's shot's up and good. Bryant moving up. She's guarded by Kurtz. She passes. Bryant moves past half court. She dribbles around. She bounce passes it to Williams in the corner. She swings it right back to Bryant. Bryant at the wing, looking for somebody to pass it to. She swings it down low to Williams, who's pickpocketed by Kurtz. Kurtz driving in. Her layup's up and is no good, but rebounded by Arnold. Arnold bounce passes it out to Hickson. Hickson's shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Schaefer. Schaefer throws it out to Kurtz. Kurtz passes it right back to Ramirez. Ramirez's three-point shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Arnold. Arnold's shot's up. It's no good. Back to Schaefer. Schaefer's put-back shot is up and good. That was a lot of offensive rebounds for the Blue Jays. Scott handling the ball for the Panthers. She wants to drive in, but she backs out and passes it to Henson. Henson wants to go in. Her shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Ramirez. Ramirez pushing the ball up for the Blue Jays. She bounce passes to Kurtz. Kurtz's layup's up and is good. 67-39 our score here. Substitutions for Blue Jays: Powell and Corey and Abby Reese. And for the Panthers, it will be Rojas and Clutho. Panthers wanted a timeout, so we will be right back after this. We are back 67-39 our score here. Blue Jays up with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left in the ball game. The Panthers have the ball. For the Blue Jays, we have Arnold, Ramirez, Corey and Abby Reese, and Pau Coelho. And for the Panthers, we have Rojas, Scott, Henson, Clutho, and Rather. Henson has the ball. She hands it off to Scott. Scott wants to drive in, but her pass was deflected by Rather had the ball, but now Rojas has the ball. She wanted to try driving in, but she hands it off to Scott. Scott drives in. Her shot's up. It's no good. But Clutho had a holding. Rodriguez subs in the game for Arnold. Blue Jays have the ball. And it looks like the Panthers are going to do a full court defense as Rodriguez inbounds it to Ramirez who throws it right back to Rodriguez, who passes it to Corey. Corey trapped. Swings it over to Ramirez. Ramirez bouncing it slowly. Throws it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez drives in. She pops her jump shots up. It's no good. The penalty is on Rojas as it was a pushing foul. Ramirez to inbound the ball. She's looking around. She throws it up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez bouncing around. She wants to try driving in. She doesn't. She bounce passes it to Abby. Abby Reese's shot is up and good. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. She passes half court in between the circles. She looks around. She passes it to Clutho. Clutho tried driving in, but pickpocketed by Abby as she throws it to Ramirez. As Ramirez throws it up to Palquelo, but she was thrown to the floor. And she is shaken up on that play as she hit the ground pretty hard. Lockard, I believe, is the sub. Lockard and Peck are going to sub in for the Blue Jays after Peck will sub in for Abby Reese, and Fowler will sub in for the Panthers. Palquelo's shot is up and good. (70-39) our score here with 4 minutes left in the ball game. Palquelo's second shot's up and nothing but net. Locker will sub in for Palquelo as after the hard fall, she made both her free throws. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. She swings it over to Fowler. Fowler hands it off to Rojas. Rojas and the key, almost pickpocketed by Ramirez. Rojas swings it over to Bryant. Bryant guarded by Corey Reese. But Bryant throws it down to Fowler, who throws it up to Bryant. Bryant looking for somebody to pass it to, throws it back down to Fowler, but they will get a shot clock violation, and Henson will sub in for Bryant. Rodriguez to inbound the ball to Ramirez. Ramirez walking to pass half court. She is looking around. She swings it over to Reese. Reese bounce passes it to Lockard. Lockard swings it over to Rodriguez, who passes it back to Reese. Reese's three-point shot's no good as Henson rebounded it but hands it right back to Scott. Scott dribbling the ball. She hands it off to Clutho, who swings it out to Fowler. Fowler's three-point shot's up is no good. And it will be a jump ball. It'll be Principia's ball. Bass is a sub in. She will sub in for Corey Reese. So on the floor for the Blue Jays, it is Bass, Ramirez, Lockard, Rodriguez, and Peck. Scott holding the ball for the Panthers. She wants to drive in. And the penalty will be on Ramirez as Scott will go to the free throw line. 71-39 our score here with 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the ball game as Scott is at the free throw line for two. Scott's first free throw shot's up and is no good. Scott going up for her second free throw shot. Her shot's up and is good. Ramirez moving the ball up for the Panthers. She lost handle of it, and Fowler gains control. She throws it over to Clutho, but they will give them a traveling call. Rodriguez looking for somebody to pass it to. She hands it over. She inbounds it to Ramirez. Ramirez trying to get around Rojas. Rojas guarding her tightly. She throws it to Bass. Bass throws it down to Peck. Peck tries saving it from going out of bounds, but throws it right to Rojas, who gives it to Scott. Scott moving the ball up for the Panthers. She is in between the circles. She throws it over to Rojas in the corner. Rojas dribbling the baseline. She goes up. Her shot's no good. Rebounded by Ramirez. Ramirez pushing the ball up for the Blue Jays. She's pushing it up. She stops, pops a shot, and is good. Lays it right off the glass. Looks like Rojas twisted her ankle. And she gets subbed in for Hickson will sub in for Ramirez. Panthers having the ball with 2 minutes left in the ball game. 73-40 our score. Scott having the ball for the Panthers. She tries dribbling around. She hands it off right to Clutho. Clutho's shot's up and no good, but she will get those 2 shots at the charity stripe as the foul was on Lockard. Clutho at the charity stripe. Her shot is up and good. Clutho, her second shot's up and it is good. Panthers with a full court defense. Bass to inbound the ball. She inbounds it to Hickson. Hickson will go to the free throw line for 2 shots, as I believe they called the penalty on Clutho for holding. (73-42) our score. And Hickson will make it now 74-42 our score here with 1 minute and 53 seconds left in the ball game. Hickson goes up for her second free throw shot, and it's good. Clutho to inbound the ball to Scott. Scott moving the ball up for Principia. She's in between the circles. She's going to try driving it, but she throws it over to Fowler, who swings it over to Henson. Back to Fowler. She throws it across court to Williams. Williams wanted to dribble in. I don't know exactly what they called there, but it will be an on the floor foul. So Scott will inbound the ball for the Panthers. She's looking around. She throws it up to Fowler. But Hickson will pick up a penalty again. And there will be 2 shots for Fowler. Fowler. Her first shot's up. And no good. 75-42 our score here with 1 minute 35 seconds left in the game. Fowler. Her second shot's up. And it's no good. Rebounded by Peck. Peck hands it off to Bass. Bass dribbling around. She dribbles. Oh, she's guarded by Clutho, but Bass is having struggles. She throws it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez wants to drive in. She throws it out to Peck in the corner. Peck shot's up and good. Scott throws it across court to Fowler. Fowler's throws it to Williams, but Williams will go to the free throw line for 2 shots as the penalty on Rodriguez. And Williams will go to the charity stripe for 2. Williams, her first shot's up, and it's nothing but net. 77-43 our score here with 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the ball game. Williams, she goes up for her second shot. Her shot's up, no good. Rebounded by Peck. Peck tries to throw it to Hickson, but it will be tipped and going out of bounds. Hickson inbound the ball. Full court pressure by the Panthers. She swings it to Rodriguez, but Rodriguez couldn't get a handle on it, but she finally did as she is trying to get a full handle on it. She swings over to Bass. Bass swings it to Hickson. I couldn't tell what they called there, but the Panthers have the ball. And Henson inbounds it to Scott. Scott in between the circles. She wants to dribble in, but she throws it right back to Henson. Henson's three-point shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Hickson, but lost control of it. And they're going to call a timeout on. Coach Dominguez will call a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back. 77-43 our score here with 45 seconds left in the ball game. We are back here at Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri. 77-43 our score here with 45 seconds left in the ballgame. And the Panthers have the ball. Williams to inbound the ball. She's looking around. She inbounds it to Fowler. Fowler wants to drive the baseline and throws it to Henson. Henson throws it out to Clutho. Clutho's shot's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Peck. Peck passes it to Locker. Locker dribbling up the court for the Blue Jays. She hands it off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez throws it across court to Hickson. Hickson's three-point shot's up, and it's good. Scott moving up the court. She throws it over to Henson. Henson lost a little handle on it, but will give it to Fowler. Fowler's layup's up and good. Hickson having the ball for the Blue Jays. She swings it up to Peck. Peck looking around, hands it to Rodriguez. She swings it over, and that is the ball game. 80-45 your score here in the at the end of the game, and that will be it. And we'll be back for the